Tesla's $5 billion bet on the Optimus Hive. Welcome back to the Humanoid Systems Analysis. Today is Tuesday, and we are looking at the front lines of the humanoid revolution. While the headlines are obsessed with robot AI and clever demos, the real war is being fought in the general assembly of our factories. Today, we are analyzing the honorable discharge of the legacy electric vehicle. Tesla has just confirmed the end of the Model S and Model X lines in Fremont to make room for Optimus Gen 3 Hive. This isn't just a retooling, it is a total bet the company pivot. Now, Tesla is killing the cars that built the brand and cleared the way for robots that will define the century. I'm Marcus J, and we're looking at how you build 1 million robots in a year. Now, the Fremont Honorable Discharge. Let's look at the math of the Fremont conversion. For a decade, the Model S and X lines have been the flagship of Tesla. But as of Q2 2026, those lines are being ripped out. Why? Because a footprint required to build 50,000 luxury sedans annually can instead produce 1 million Optimus units. Now, from a margin per square foot perspective, the car simply cannot compete. But there's a deeper reason for choosing Fremont over new greenfield like Giga Mexico. Now, Fremont has a brownfield advantage. It has a mature supplier ecosystem and a workforce that is already specialized in complex low tolerance assembly. Now, the new Hive layout isn't a traditional assembly line, it's a series of unboxed production cells. Now, instead of a robot moving down a long belt, the robot is built in sections, arms, legs, and torso that only meet for the final marriage in a centralized cell. This reduces the factory footprint by 40%, allowing Tesla to achieve alien dreadnought levels of density that were impossible with the bulky frame of a car. Now, the learning versus the Texas showdown. It's important to understand that Fremont is the learning line. Now, for 2026, the target is a 50,000 unit initial run. This is where Tesla is refining the unit economics of the humanoid. Now, every mistake in the Fremont will be corrected before they break ground on the Giga Optimus facility in Texas. And Texas was what I call the shadow factory. While Fremont is handling the Gen 3 rollout, Giga Texas is being built for a target of 10 million units annually by 2027. Fremont is about the product, Texas is about the process. Now, Tesla's goal is to treat the robot like a commodity, to get the cost of assembly down to the same level as a high end appliance. If they can prove that unboxed manufacturing works for a bipedal robot in Fremont, the global labor market changes overnight. We are no longer talking about custom robotics. We are talking about scale out physical labor. Let's break it down to the Nemesis Counterpoint figure AI at BMW. Now, Tesla isn't the only player here, okay? The factory race. Now, to understand the alternative strategy, we have to look at BMW plant Spartanburg. Unlike Tesla, which is rebuilding its factory around a robot, BMW is dropping the robot into the existing factory. This is the brownfield integration. Okay. Now, following a successful 11-month pilot with Figure 2, BMW is now deploying a permanent fleet of Figure 3 models. Now, the Figure strategy is less about total conversion and more about seamless replacement. These robots are successfully loading sheet metal parts into an existing stamping presses with a 99% success rate. They didn't have to rip out any assembly lines, they just replaced the human at the station. This is the low friction path to humanoid adoption and why its figure is currently the biggest threat to Tesla's industrial dominance. Now let's break down a reality check for the reliability gap. Now, we have to talk about the bottleneck that no one likes to discuss. The reliability gap in a modern car factory A robotic arm is expected to run for 50,000 hours before major failure. Currently, the most advanced industrial humanoids are hitting a wall at around 500 hour, found around the 500 hour mark. Now, every 500 hours, something breaks. An actuator leaks, a sensor drifts, or a cable shears. For the Fremont conversion to be a success, Tesla has to move that mean time between failure from 500 hours to about 5,000 hours. If they don't, the cost of the robot repair workforce would be higher than the labor savings the robots provides. This is the maintenance trap of the 2026. The company that solves durability wins the decade, not the company with the coolest demo. Let's move on to the pivot of the century. Now, the conversion of Fremont is the physical manifestation of a new era. Tesla is no longer a car company, it is a labor as a service company. Now, by sacrificing the Model S and X, they are betting that the world doesn't need more luxury cars. It needs a billion more hands. Now, tomorrow, our Wednesday Tech Deep Dive, we're going to look at the exact joint level engineering that allows the robots to survive a 24/7 factory shift. We'll be looking at the peak gears and the planetary roller screws that are being installed in Fremont as we speak. Now, I'm Marcus J. Leave a comment. Would you trade a Model S for a robot that does your chores? I'll see you in the comments, and I'll see you tomorrow.